You know, some people are saying that tariffs are a sales tax on American consumers, and they are correct. And can I ask you some questions? Would you be okay with that sales tax if you didn't have to pay income tax under $150,000? Would you be okay with tariffs if the US had some of the lowest tariff rates for nearly 65 years and now we're leveling the playing field? What if tariffs pushed Apple, Honda, and others to build here and create tens of thousands of high quality blue collar jobs in America? How about if tariffs meant that we didn't import 75% of our drones, which are becoming the standard in modern warfare, from China? What if tariffs meant that Mexico sent 10,000 troops to the southern border to stop fentanyl from coming into America and killing 70,000 Americans a year? Would you be okay with that? And maybe tariffs could raise revenue to reduce our out of control $2 trillion deficit, nearly $37 trillion debt, and avoid a second Great Depression. I mean, what if tariffs brought back a little bit more made in America energy rather than made in China? And could you be okay with tariffs if they made your life harder in the short term, but better in the long term? Well, those are some of the goals of these tariffs. And look, of course tariffs have negatives. Yeah, they do raise prices on some things in the short term. And yep, it might cause a trade war. And there's a risk that some of the positives I mentioned won't happen. But the point here is that there are pros and cons to everything. And if you only fixate on the latter, then you miss the former. Look, I am no macroeconomics expert. I don't know whether this tariff tactic is going to work, but I do know that there's a chance that it does. I do know that it's something that you evaluate in years, not days. And I also know that it's one tactic in an overall strategy. And if you want to understand the whole strategy, you should check out my breakdown because the big picture matters. And remember, if negativity is all you see, that's not reality. That's your perspective.